The first quarter of 2026 had some incredible reads for me. Hey book besties, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be rounding up my top 10 reads from the first quarter of 2026. I know we're a little bit deep into the second quarter, but I wanted to round these up because I just had such a great start to the year in this first quarter, so I had to share these books with you. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stick around for more book content. I love sharing reading roundups just like this one, unboxing videos, reading recommendations, and all the fun bookish things. So make sure you're following along. So in my stack, I have quite a mix. I've got some romance, thrillers, historical fiction. I'm so excited to share these books with you. I'm going to round these up from 10 all the way down to 1. So in the number 10 spot, Swift and Saddled. I started the Rebel Blue Ranch series this year. I only read the first 2 books, and book 2 was so good. I loved these characters so much. I listened to the audio of this one, and it was really well done. It was so great. And in the number 9 spot is Done and Dusted. Done and Dusted was the first book I read in 2026, and it was a great way to start off the year. And one thing I will say about these books is that there is such good mental health representation in them. It's so relatable, so real. I just really enjoy it. In the number 8 spot, A Sea of Unspoken Things. I love Adrienne Young's magical realism writing, and this was the last book of hers I had to read in that, I think she's got 3 books right now that are magical realism. It was so good. I loved it so much. And this is it's like a thriller magical realism, and this one I feel like felt most like a thriller to me. It was so good. I absolutely loved it. Number 7 is Before Dorothy. This is a historical fiction book that follows Auntie Em from The Wizard of Oz. It's before she welcomes Dorothy into her home, but also a little bit after she has Dorothy come to live with her. It was such a great book. I really, really enjoyed it. Next is You'll Never Know. This was the first really good thriller I read this year. I was captivated. Right from the first chapter, I was hooked. I had to keep reading. It was one of those books I couldn't put down. It was so good. In the number 5 spot, And Now Back to You. This is book 2 in the Heartstrings series, and I had not read book 1 yet. I did read that one this year and I enjoyed it, but this one was so good. I loved it so much. These 2 characters were just so perfect together, so cute, a little rivals to lovers vibe going on. I ate it up. In the number 4 spot, Witches of Westridge. I love J.L. Hyde's thrillers. They are so freaking good. And this is book 1 in a 3-book series, and it hooked me. I'm chomping at the bit to get to the second book, but it's not coming out till October. But oh my God, this was so freaking good. Perfect if you love Hocus Pocus and 90s vibes. Oh, so good. Number 3 is This Story Might Save Your Life. This book was making its rounds on TikTok for a while, and I was finally convinced. I saw somebody talking about it and I was like, I'm gonna read it. And I started reading it that night, and it is so good. This is one of those books that if I could have, I would have read it in one single sitting. I did not want to stop. And I will say that this is such a good one to do on audio. I did an immersive read with the audio. It was incredible because it follows these 2 podcasters, and one of them ends up going missing, but there's snippets of their podcast throughout. There's some phone call call-ins that happened that was just really well done. And this is a thriller mystery with some romance to it. It just had a lot of aspects that I really enjoyed in a book, and I couldn't get enough. Number 2 is The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. I've been after reading Before Dorothy, I realized how much I enjoyed reading about the Dust Bowl. It was just really intriguing to me. So I knew that I wanted to pick this one up soon after reading Before Dorothy, and this was absolutely beautiful. Heartbreaking, but such a beautiful story with a beautiful relationship between a mother and daughter, and just seeing how this main character fought through everything she was thrown into because it dealt with the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. It was such a good story. And my favorite book of the year so far that is still holding on in my top spot, Sunrise on the Reaping. I read this in February, and I'll be honest, I don't know how any other book is going to top this one for this year. It was incredible. I wanted to read this last year when it came out, and I just never got to it. So I finally did, and it was so worth the wait. This was such a beautiful story. It's part of the Hunger Games trilogy, and it's a prequel, but it comes after the first prequel that they did, because the story follows Haymitch, who we saw a lot in the original Hunger Games trilogy, and you're hearing his story, and there were so many Easter eggs and so many other characters that we saw throughout the whole series so far. Oh my God, it was beautiful. Again, heartbreaking, but such an incredible story. And it just like, I felt this story in my bones for so long after reading it, and I just love when a book makes me feel that way. So there you have it, my top 10 reads for Q1 of 2026. And I will say that there are already books that I've read in April that have moved into my top 10 spot for the year. And I do keep track of my top reads as I'm going throughout the year. I find it's a lot easier than at the end of the year trying to figure everything out. So I have like a little list in my notes app. I have like my top 10 reads, and then I section them out by like genre. So there's like a thriller section, romance, all that stuff. That way there, I can really keep track of what I'm reading and what I'm really enjoying. And it's just a great way to remember all of these books that I've read. In the comments, let me know what some of your favorite reads were from Q1 of 2026. Thanks for watching, besties. I'll see you next time.